Example 3, solve a system of linear equations. So write the system of equations as a matrix equation, AX equals B, then use the Gauss-Jordan elimination on the augmented matrix to solve the system. So, a system matrix. So to write a system matrix, and this needs to be in the form of AX equals B. So if we write our variables as a matrix, first of all, so we have -1, -2, 3, 1, 3, -4, -2, -4, and 7. So this is our matrix, and then we're multiplying them, and we have 3 values. So there's an x1, an x2, an x3. And then this is going to be equal to, on our solutions, we have 2, 5, and -1. So this is our system matrix. Now we need to write an augmented matrix. So the augmented matrix. So this is combining. So this is A, this was X, and this is B. So this is in the form of A dash B. So this will be -1, 1, -2, -2, 3, -4, 3, -4, and 7. And then we have our dashed line to separate the solutions. So this is our augmented matrix. So now we need to use the Gauss-Jordan elimination method to solve. So this means put into reduced row echelon form. So we're looking to have 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So we're looking for our matrix to be in this format. So to be able to solve. So let's have a look. Okay, so we need to change our -1 in our first row, first column, to a 1. So I can do this by multiplying by row 1 by -1. So -1 times row 1. So I'm going to change this value here. So this is going to become 1. So -1 times 1 will be -1. So this will become 2, and this will be -2. So just to rewrite out my matrix again. So I have my 1, and -1, 2, -2, 3, -4, -4, 7, and -2, 5, and -1. So now I want to change my -2 to a 0. So I can do this by doing 2 times row 1. So that's a 2 times 1. And then I add my answer to row 2. So 2 times -2, so this is going to become a 0. 2 times -1 plus 3. So this will become a 1. So 2 times 2 is 4 minus 4. So this will become a 0. And 2 times -2 minus 4 plus 5. This will become a 1. So rewriting out my matrix again. So my 1, 0, 1, 0, and -2, 3, -4, 7. So I need to change this time. I'm going to change my row 3. So I need this 3 to change to a 0. So if I multiply my row 1 by -3 and then add 3, so -3 times row 1 and add to 3. So 3 times 1 is 3, -3 plus 3, this becomes 0. So I can change this to a 0. -3 times -1 is 3. 3 minus 3. So this here, this will be a -1. -3 times 2 is -6. So -6 plus 7. So this is going to be a 1. So I'm going to make that red. And then -3 times -2 is 6. 6 minus 1. So this is going to be 5. So just rewrite up my matrix again. So 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. And I have so -1, 2, -2, 1, and 5, and -1. So I want to change my value of -1 here to a 0. So I need to multiply. So what can I do? Or I can add. So if I add row 2, so row 2 plus row 3, if I add these together, these will cancel. So 0 and 0 is just 0. This one is going to be, this is going to change to a 0. So row 2, if I add these together, I still get 1. And if I add a 1 and a 5, this becomes 6. So now I need to rewrite my matrix, and I'm looking to change this -1. Okay, so this -1 here, we need to think what we can do to change this. So I can do row 2 plus row 1. So if I add these together, 1 and 0 is still 1. -1 plus 1 becomes 0, so I can change this to a 0. So my row 2, so row 2 plus row 1, so row 2 plus row 1, this is still going to be a 2. And then row 2 plus row 1, so row 2 plus row 1, this is going to change to a -1. So we change this to -1. Okay, so I've rewritten out my matrix again, and now I want to change this 2. So what can I do to change the 2? So if I minus 2 times row 3, so -2 multiplied by row 3, this will give me -2, and if I add it to row 1, so this is going to be 0 plus 1 is still 1, -2 times 0 plus row 1 is 0, -2 times 1 plus 2, so this becomes 0. And then we have -2 multiplied by 6 is -12, -12 minus 1, this becomes -13. And now, okay, so now we have it in reduced row echelon form with just our 1s and 0s. We have our x1, this is equal to -13. So here our x2 is equal to 1 and our x3 value is equal to 6. So if we check this in the original equation, which was minus x plus, so that was x1, x2 minus 2x3 is equal to 2. So minus, so we've got a minus 13 plus 1 minus 2 times 6. So this is 13 plus 1 minus 12. 14 minus 12 is 2. Correct.